Brotherhood of the Eternal Light, Teaching the Western Mysteries. Video series on the horoscope. Meaning of the planets. The moon. The moon receives its light and powers from the sun during nighttime hours. Basic meaning. The moon is represented by a waxing or waning crescent, sometimes horizontal. In alchemy, the crescent moon represents silver, the symbol of the subconscious. The moon, considered feminine in Mediterranean countries, is often seen as the sister or consort of the sun. The moon receives the sunlight and represents the receiving, receptive lunar principle. The moon is called Lavana in Hebrew, the radiant white one. The sefirah on the Qabbalistic tree of life that underlies the meaning of the moon is Yesod. In Yesod, all the powers of the upper sefirah flow in, and it receives the influences of Tiferet. The moon, Yesod, receives its light from the sun, Tiferet, and reflects it to the earth, Malchut. Yesod, in return, is considered the foundation or matrix, which is the very basis of the material world. Yesod corresponds not only to the subconscious of the individual, but also to the collective subconscious. Therefore, the moon corresponds to the feelings and to what the individual is receptive to. The moon in mythology. Nana, the moon god of Mesopotamia, was male and responsible for the cycles of the month and year as well as fertility. Ningal was the goddess of dreams and dream interpretation. She became Nana's consort, and together they embodied the powers of the moon. Isis is the moon goddess in Egyptian mythology. She is the mother goddess and a powerful tutelary goddess and represents the female side of magic. In Greek mythology, Selene, who is the sister of Helios, is the moon goddess. In addition to Selene, Artemis, the sister of Apollo, is also a moon goddess. She was the virgin goddess of hunting, but also of childbirth and midwifery. The goddess of magic, Hecate, is also considered one of the moon goddesses. In Roman mythology, the moon goddess is Luna, the sister of the sun god, Sol. Diana, who is equated to the goddess Artemis, was also considered a moon goddess in Roman mythology. Astrological significance. The position of the moon indicates what we are receptive to, and how and in what area of life the receptivity is expressed. The virtue of the moon is independence from unwanted influences. The vices of the moon are laziness, excessive passivity, as well as capriciousness. Movement and speed. The moon takes 28 days, almost exactly 1 month, for its orbit through the zodiac. It moves about 13 degrees through the zodiac every day, so compared to the other planets, it is quite fast. Roughly calculated, the moon passes through one sign of the zodiac in about 2.5 days. From the Earth, we can observe different moon phases. In this animation, the waxing and the waning moon, as well as full moon and the so-called new moon, which is actually called dark moon, can be observed. Here you can see the position on the radix at full moon. Sun and moon form an opposition. In this simplified view, you can see the position of the planets to each other and how this is represented in the radix. Here you can see the position in the radix at new moon. Sun and moon form a conjunction. In this simplified view, you can see the position of the planets to each other and how this is presented in the radix. Domicile and exile. The moon rules Cancer, its domicile, and is in its exile in Capricorn. The moon's influence is consistent with the nature of the sign Cancer. In the sign of the sensitive and caring Cancer, the sensitivity and receptivity are expressed particularly well. In Capricorn, on the other hand, where ambition and the drive for achievement are at stake, the sensitive nature of the moon cannot develop well. The vitality and desire may stiffen where only ambition and achievement are held. Exaltation and fall. The moon is exalted in Taurus and in its fall in Scorpio. The moon's influence is in harmony with the nature of the sign Taurus, because in the sign of Taurus, where there is a sense of reality and form, the moon's receptivity can express itself well. In Scorpio, on the other hand, the nature of the moon does not come out well, since the expression of the hidden potentials and the process of inner transformation can lead to a roller coaster of emotions or mood swings for overly sensitive natures. Let us now sum up the meaning of the moon. Spiritual principle. Yesod, the subconscious. Effect. The moon indicates to what and in which area one is receptive and how this receptivity expresses itself. Virtues. Independence from unwanted influences. Vices. Laziness, excessive passivity, influenceability, and capriciousness. Domicile. Cancer. Exaltation. Taurus. Exile. Capricorn. Fall. Scorpio. Orbital period, approximately 1 month. This video is part of our online course in Qabbalistic Astrology. You can find the link in the description to this video. If you like this video or any of our other videos, please like and share. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more videos. See you soon in our next video.